Well, hello everyone, Texy88 here, and welcome to another retro gaming review. And now I bring you another football game which is endorsed by a then active football player, Peter Beardsley's International Football, which I'm reviewing the Sinclair ZX Spectrum version, which was released by Grand Slam in 1989. This music's nice, I have to admit. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that music. Let's go on with the game. So, select team for player 1. Okay. Where's England? Where's England? Peter Beardsley was known for being a football player who played for an English football team. Where's England? In fact, are these the only teams you can play as? Oh, England's there, so why wasn't he selectable on the other? I don't get that. Match time, 5 minutes. 1 player. Doesn't even have a friendly. So I'm the team on the left by the thing. Oh my god, look at these crappily animated sprites. And that jerky scrolling. I mean, visually it looks all right, the pitch and the colour on the... Oh no, it's flick screen. I'm sure it was... Oh. That goalie just stood there. So you get that snatch of music when you score, okay. And notice that there's those bars on the left and right, which are power bars. You just hold down the fire button, and the longer you hold it, the more powerful the kick. Look, what the hell's up? So as you probably guessed, I'm controlling the white player with an arrow above his head, and although it's not necessary to know that, the sort of player being controlled by the computer in this instance is the yellow player with an arrow above his head. What? Why is it? Oh, how was I supposed to save that? Because the scrolling can't keep up with the ball. There was absolutely zero chance of me being able to get my goalie in a position to save that. He was right at the opposite end of the goal. And I can't even seem to aim my... Oh, God. I can't even seem to aim upwards or downwards when I take a kick. Oh, blooming hell. Oh dear me, this is actually quite poor. I mean, it may not look as jerky and juddery as the Gaza Super Soccer that I reviewed recently, but it's still a very bad representation of the football. Ah! Another thing, where is the score? It doesn't give you a visible representation of the score. It doesn't tell you anywhere on screen what the score is. Half time. So even they can't aim up or down whenever they're taking kick off like that. So it's not just me. It's genuinely not possible to do that in this game. Passing's a bit hit and miss in every sense of the word. No, what? There was actually a bit of a delay between that goal happening. How come I was just able to walk in like that? Can the goalies not dive or anything in this? Even in Matchday, which came out in 1984, they can dive. No, the goalies can't dive. That is absolute whackness. So, of course, because I can't actually kick the ball up or down, I have to sort of pass and hope that there's someone there to receive it. The trouble is, who you can pass to is nigh on impossible, because half the time the players you want to pass to off the screen because the scrolling can't keep up. Bit of colour clash when there's or whenever players are near the top of the pitch. There's noticeable bleed between their colour and the advertising boards. This is a really terrible representation of football. I'm sorry. This is. Oh God! Oh, why can't you dive? That was literally the only way I stood a chance of being able to save that. Deary me, this is not very good at all. Throw in. Firstly, I didn't think the ball was anywhere near the goal. I thought that guy just kicked it high in front of him. And secondly, why is it playing this music for a throw-in? People don't celebrate throw-ins with that tune. In fact, I don't think they'd celebrate it with any kind of tune. What? Why was it there throw-in? I didn't kick it off. Oh, God alive. I'm sure that went straight through my goalie. Why are some of my team on there? Where the goalie is. Look at this. I literally just walked into the goal and their goalie just stood there. Oh, dearie me. Well, I honestly think I've had enough of that. This is absolutely whack. So that's Peter Beardsley's International Football for the ZX Spectrum. A pretty bad football game, all things considered. Graphics, not really that special. The colourful advertising boards on the background and fairly good looking crowd, although annoyingly no animation on them. Sprites don't really look all that great, and they're very badly animated. I mean, considering the first match day came out 5 years before this game was released, and even those were better animated than the footballers in this, and better drawn as well. And you could even customise the colours in that. Can't do that in this. Sound. Well, as you've heard, there's some nice music. Apart from that, the only sound you really get is the sound whenever someone kicks a ball or it bounces. Apart from that, there's nothing. You don't even get whistle sound effects. Gameplay. terrible. You can't at the kickoff. You can't even point up and down to pass sideways the way you would have been able to in a real football match. You don't know where half your team are half the time because they're off screen and the scrolling can't keep up. And there are points where it seemed to inexplicably switch between scrolling and flick screen or push scrolling. Scrolling's really quite jerky, and I kind of think they should have sacrificed the colour on the advertising board so they could have had it scrolling smoothly. I expect that's the only reason they did that, because otherwise there'd have been horrific colour bleed while they're doing scrolling on those advertising boards in the background. And I expect a lot of most, if not all of the games on those advertising boards would have been a lot more fun to play than this. The AI of the computer opponents is really bad, especially of the goalies. I mean, the number of times that I was there and I was able to score very easily by just walking the ball into the back of the net, and the goalie just didn't do anything. He was happy to just let me wander in and do it. And the goalies can't dive. Even the first match day allows the goalies to dive, and that was 5 years before this game came out. So to have not even be able to do that in a game that came out in the late 1980s is simply not on. And there were times when I'm sure the ball just inexplicably went straight through players, and other times it wouldn't. There really is not that much special about this game. Apart from the music, there's nothing going for this game whatsoever. Sorry, but Grand Slam, but that is a bit of a duffer all round, really. So, what am I going to give this? I'm going to give Peter Beardsley's International Football 2 out of 10. Nice music, but and the graphics on the actual football stand and advertising boards are nice, but that's about it. The game is a complete dog, and I really don't recommend it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this review. Texie88 out.